Hello and welcome to For You. I'm Reese.
I'm Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. And today we have an
Hey.
article called Why Sharenting Isn't as Cute as It Might Seem. Nikki, what on earth is sharenting?
Sharenting. Okay, so share is a blend word of both share and parenting. So it means that your parents share how they raise you and maybe put some photos online of you.
Yeah, this is a special kind of word called a portmanteau, which is when we take two English words and we shove them together to make a new word. I think sharenting is not a real word, but we can understand what it means. As Nikki explained, it's when your parents put pictures of you online as their kid. My sister does this a lot. And this article is going to talk about why sharenting might not be the best idea. Well, let's get into today's article.
Reading. Why sharenting isn't as cute as it might seem. How many photos of you exist online? Probably far more than you think. You might know about the photos you've posted to your social media accounts. However, it's also possible that your parents have been sharing photos of you since you were a baby. In the UK, the average parent will post 1,500 photos of their child before the age of 5. This is a trend that is known as sharenting. Many parents are proud of their children and want to share their special moments. However, not everyone believes that sharenting is a positive thing. Children are too young to consent to their photos being posted. Some people feel that their privacy isn't being protected. One older child expressed worry when, to their surprise, they found their photos online. They are concerned that anyone can see the photos, which might affect things like job opportunities and dating. So, is sharing that cute baby photo really as harmless as it might first seem?
Okay, so let's begin today's article. It begins by saying, how many photos of you exist online? Probably far more than you think. That's scary.
Yeah, and you probably have to Google yourself to find out.
Yeah, if you put your name into Google, you might be surprised at how many pictures or videos or personal information about you come up. It's not very safe. Well, the article continues and it says you might know about the photos you've posted to your social media accounts. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're all posting our own photos on Instagram and Facebook, and that's what the article's talking about. What does it mean to post something? Well, to post is a verb, and a long time ago, post meant to send mail to somebody using a postal system. You know, like sending a letter to your grandpa in Scotland. But now, with the internet, post means to put something on the internet for everybody to see. So we post photos on Instagram pages, and we post things on Facebook and YouTube too. Here's an example sentence with post. The video I posted was removed because it contained some music that I didn't own.
课文一开始呢，就问了我们一个问题。他说：“你知道在网络上有多少你自己的照片吗？那可能远比你自己想象的还要多哦。那首先我们应该会知道说自己在社群媒体上面发了多少照片。那 post 在这里是动词，指的就是你在网络上面发布贴文的意思。那像我们常常会说要 po 文，那其实 po 就是 post 的意思。那 post 它当名词的时候，也指的就是一则贴文。”
So the Chinese word for post, po wen, does that come from the English?
Yes, it's actually just post.
Okay, po, I like that. Okay, and back to the article, we have another word to talk about. It's the word account. Now, account is a noun, A-C-C-O-U-N-T, and the word account can be used in many different ways, but when we're talking about the internet and social media, your account is the way that you're given personalized access to a computer, a website, an application, usually by entering a username and a password. So your account is the space on that website that's just for you and a place that lets you change settings and post things. You should definitely keep your account safe by choosing a good password and never telling it to anybody. Here's an example sentence for account. I don't remember the password to my Instagram account. I should ask them for a new one.
再来，我们就看到 account 这个意思呢，是账号或者是账户。那像刚刚提到 social media，社交媒体上面，如果我们是想要使用的话，通常我们需要注册一个 account。那有了一个 account 之后呢，我们另外需要的东西那就是密码了 ，a password。那 some other things that could use as like a bank account or an email account。例如说，我不记得我的 Instagram 账号的密码，我应该要去跟官方要一个新的。
So, Nikki, have you ever had one of your accounts hacked?
Yes, I did. And it's terrible because all of the accounts are linked together nowadays, right?
That's true.
So once you lose one, and then all of them are gone.
Yeah, a few days ago, actually, my Instagram account was hacked by somebody in Russia. I don't know what they wanted, but I quickly changed my password and got the account back. That's not so serious, but if it's your bank account, then you could be losing money. So make sure you keep your passwords very safe and don't click on any random websites or links on the internet. Okay, back to the article, and it continues. However, it's also possible that your parents have been sharing photos of you since you were a baby. In the UK, which is where I'm from, the average parent will post 1,500 photos of their child before the age of 5. Wow, that's a lot.
I mean, I get it. Babies are cute. They want to show off.
Yeah, my sister does it all the time. I think maybe, Nikki, you and I'm almost 29 years old. My parents didn't have social media, or social media was not around when I was a kid. So I don't think there are many photos of me online, just ones that my mother has posted in the last few years. How about you?
Yeah, my mom does that too, like the past few years, without makeup. So that kind of pissed me off.
Okay, but back to the article. This is a trend that is known as sharenting. That's the word in the title of the article. Many parents are proud of their children and want to share their special moments. Okay, so that's the reason parents are posting photos. Let's talk about this word trend first. T-R-E-N-D. Trend is a noun, and a trend is something that is getting popular, or something that is popular. A thing that's becoming cool, and more people are talking about it, or want to have it, or want to do it. A trend can be a real thing, like some kind of fashion, or a trend could be a video or a picture on the internet that people want to share with each other. So TikTok is an app that works with trends. People use the same song to make funny videos, and that is a trend. Here's an example sentence with trend. Trading Pokemon cards was a popular trend in my primary school.
那课文接着他告诉我们说，虽然我们知道自己是发了多少照片在网络上，但是有一个很大的可能呢，就是你的爸妈就是在小时候就已经发了很多你的照片了。那在英国呢，平均一个家长会在小孩子5岁之前就发了他们大概1500张的照片。那这个趋势呢，就叫做 sharenting。Trend 在这里是名词，指的就是趋势或者是流行。像是课文这里提到的 sharenting， 就是一件越来越多人会做的事情。那它同时也可以当作名词。If we say a video is trending on Instagram, That means the video went viral. 意思就是说它突然很红或者是爆红。那另外呢，我们也看到 is known as 的句型，意思就是某个东西是以某个身份或者是名称著名的。那像是课文呢，这个意思就是说这个趋势，也就是我们大家所知道的 sharing。那如果是something is known for its something， 指的就是某个东西是以什么为名的。For example, we can say that 鼎泰丰 is known for its 小笼包。
So tasty. I love their 小笼包. Hey, this is not an advertisement for Din Tai Fung. We also have an adjective form of trend, which is trendy. If you add a Y, trendy. A person who is trendy is a person who wears cool clothes and they keep up with the recent fashions and they know what's cool and what looks good.
Very
I think
chic.
Nikki is very trendy.
Thank you.
Okay, back to the article. However, not everyone believes that sharenting is a positive thing. Children are too young to consent to their photos being posted. Yeah, that's true. But to understand this sentence fully, let's talk about this word consent.
Consent.
Consent is a verb, and to consent means to allow somebody to do something. Consent can also be a noun. You can give somebody consent. So if I give Nikki consent to take my photograph, that means I allow Nikki to take my photo.
但是呢，在网络上晒小孩这件事，并不是每个人都觉得它是一件好事，因为小朋友呢，可能会因为他们年纪太小，而无法同意自己的照片被发在网络上。那 consent 在这里是动词，指的就是同意或者是答应做某件事情。Here means that the children are too young to say yes. Consent 也可以当名词，指的就是 permission 或者是 agreement。那如果我们要说一件事情是经过两个人都同意的，那就是 mutual consent。那或者是有些事情呢，我们是口头上答应的，可能没有用白纸黑字写下来，那就会是 verbal consent。
Right, so the problem here is that the children are too young to say yes to their parents posting their photos on Facebook. And when the children are older, maybe they won't like it, right?
And it's going to be too late.
Yeah, it's too late because once something is posted on the internet, it could be there forever. Okay, well, back to the article and more about the problem of sharenting. It says, some people feel that their privacy isn't being protected. Yeah, that's kind of the crux or the summation of the issue here. Let's talk about the word privacy. Privacy is a noun, and privacy is the state of not being observed or disturbed by other people. So if you're alone in your bedroom and nobody is watching you, you have privacy. Whereas if you're out in public and people can see you, there you have no privacy. On the internet, people are worried about privacy because our personal information might be collected by big companies or people who want to use it to do bad things.
Yes. Privacy 呢是形容词 private 的名词 ，private 指的就是私人的或者是没有公开的。那它的名词 privacy 就是隐私或者是隐私权的意思。跟课文这边呢，就是说有些人会觉得说这样没有经过他们的同意就把照片放到网络上是一件违反隐私权的事情。
Okay, and now the article has an anecdote, a story from one person. One older child expressed worry when, to their surprise, they found their photos online. Okay, so somebody found their childhood photos on the internet and they didn't even know they were there. Let's talk about this word express first. To express is a verb, and to express means to show or explain your feelings or your meaning using words, gestures, or facial expressions. We can use express to talk about how people show what they're feeling on the inside. So, for example, his face expressed disgust when he ate the 1,000-year egg. True story. We can also use express to talk about when somebody says or talks about what they mean. The article said one child expressed worry. Used in this way, it means the child has talked about their feelings of being worried. An example sentence could be, his face expressed terrible pain when the needle went into his arm.
Express 是动词，指的就是表达或者是表露。那课文呢，就告诉我们说，有一个比较年纪大一点的小孩，他就透露出自己的担心。那 express 可以是言语的表达，那也可以是行动来表达自己的想法。它的名词呢，就会是 expression， 意思就是表示或者是表情。For example, facial expressions 就是你的脸这样子之类的东西。And I always think that Reese has so many facial expressions. 那另外呢，还看到了 to their surprise， 这里的 their 指的就是 children， 那意思就是说他们这些小朋友是非常惊讶的。
Okay, I'm a very expressive person. I like to use my face and my body to explain my meaning. We can also express love, and people have different ways of expressing love. You know, some people like to give gifts, some people like to say nice things, or some people just like to spend time together. These are all different ways of expressing your love. Okay, back to the article. They, talking about the children, are concerned that anyone can see the photos, which might affect things like job opportunities and dating. Yeah, this could have some serious consequences.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
A company wants to do a background check and then finds out that your childhood is miserable.
Yeah, they find all these pictures of you on the internet when you're a kid, like in your underwear. It's not like super professional, right?
Yeah, like taking a bath.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are pictures of those online of me. But let's talk about this word concerned. Concerned is an adjective, and concerned is another way of saying worried, troubled, or anxious. If you're concerned about something, that thing is making you feel worried. It's not a good situation. We're often concerned about our friends or our family if they're sick or if they're in trouble. We can also be concerned about things that might be dangerous, like a war or disease or coronavirus.
COVID-19.
COVID. Here's an example sentence. Lisa's parents became concerned when she didn't arrive home at 10 p.m.
Concern 是形容词，意思就是担心的或者是忧虑的。那在这边呢，指的就是说这些小孩啊，他们会担心说，这样照片被放上网，不管是谁都可以看到，而且可能会影响将来工作上面或者是感情上面的机会。换句话说 ，they're concerned about or concerned for their privacy。那例句说，当 Lisa 没有在晚上10点到家时，她的父母开始变得担心。
Okay, and another word here is opportunity. Opportunity is a noun, and an opportunity is a time or a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. Let's explain more. An opportunity is something that gives a person a chance to do or to get something. So, for example, a job opportunity is the chance to get a job. You won't definitely get it, but you do have a shot at getting it. Here's an example sentence using opportunity. I had an opportunity to travel to the UK this summer, but I stayed in Taiwan to save money.
Opportunity 是名词，指的就是机会或者是可能性。那课文提到的呢，就像是工作的机会 （job opportunity）， 那通常会是比较正面的东西。我们可以用一些其他的形容词来表示这个机会难得的程度，像是 once in a lifetime opportunity. You get invited to maybe to have lunch with Elon Musk， 那就是一辈子只有一次的机会，或者是 golden opportunity， 超级好的机会。
If I'm having lunch with Elon Musk, I hope he's paying. Okay, and then the article finishes up here and it says, so is sharing that cute baby photo really as harmless as it might first seem? a good question for thinking at the end of that article. What do you think, Nikki?
I think at my age, I don't think it's anything harmless. But when I'm a parent, I might think about that.
Well, actually, this is kind of the subject of our For You chat question, so let's dive into that now.
For You chat.
Okay, so today's For You chat question is this, Nikki. Would you be happy about your parents sharing your photos online without your consent? Why or why not?
I think, as I just mentioned at the beginning, I don't like my mother sharing photos of me without makeup. Like she likes to share pictures of me, like probably doing exercises or just hanging out, having lunch with her. But sometimes I look really ugly in those pictures, and I don't want my friends to see how ugly I am at home. What about you?
She sounds like a typical mum. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much control over my own mother. She's quite assertive. She does whatever she wants. She sometimes shares my baby photos on Facebook, but honestly, I'm not too worried about them. There's nothing there that's too embarrassing. I don't think there are any photos of me where I'm not wearing any clothes. So that's okay. I can see that it would be a problem. But for me personally, I'm not so worried about it, especially because I'm of a slightly older generation where there are not as many photos of me as a child because we didn't have smartphones back then. We only had kind of camcorders or, those old clicky cameras. Maybe I'd be more worried if my mum had thousands of photos of me from my childhood on her phone, because then she'd be posting them.
If your mom is an influencer, and people
then that would be scary. But my nephew is 5 years old, my sister's child, and she's posting a lot of pictures of him on the internet. They're all nice, wholesome pictures, but I wonder when he's older how he'll feel about it. And maybe you guys at home can think about this question too. Do your parents post your pictures online? And if they do, how do you feel about it?
Do you like it?
Yeah. You can think about this and talk about this with your friends, but that's all we have time for today. I'm Reese.
I'm Nikki.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Post. We have an internet message board where you can post any questions you have. Account. To buy something from our internet store, first create an account with your name and address. Trend. Wearing jeans has been a popular trend for a very long time, so they're easy to find in stores. Express. Tommy had real feelings for Suzanne, but he didn't know how to express them to her. Concerned. Billy spent all his time in his room and almost never went out. His parents became concerned about him. Opportunity. Lucy got a weekend job at a cafe, which was a great opportunity for some work experience.
智慧小补帖
Consent. Privacy.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net